The boy's back. The boy's back. Hold on, I gotta test to make sure everything sounds good. Oh fuck, I'm shaking. Oh shit. The boy's back. The boy's back. The audio doesn't sound too bad. But yo, guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I've been kicking my ass, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like, let me button my shit up. I'm out here looking like a whore. Let me button that shit up. Nah, we ain't gonna go all the way up. Going all the way up's crazy. And then fucking bro, first of all, Siri blowing my shit up. Says why it just start copying everything I did. But before we do too much of that, I wanna say I miss you boys and girls. Um it's been a minute. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. It's been way too long. Trying to see where I could get the chat. I feel like I didn't do this shit. That's probably why. It's probably because I didn't put that shit in. Also, I'm probably gonna have to pull chat up here. Baby, baby, light up my dick like nobody else. We got some shit to talk about. I just want to make sure I got everything pulled up here. All right, we're gonna put. Oh fuck me, that was so disrespectful. Can we like not do that, bro? What the fuck? I literally like didn't even want that to happen, and it happened. Y'all can't see what's going on my end, but just know it's some bullshit. All right, tight shit. Why can't I see my messages? I feel like everything's not loaded right. I might hold up, y'all. I'm gonna restart the stream. I'm gonna restart the stream, y'all. Hold up. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I wanted to make sure my chat was popping up. Y'all, it's been too long, bro. Damn it. What's the password? Into the bitch. Hold up, y'all. I gotta turn the heat down, bro, because it's hot as a bitch in here. Whoa, relax, relax. All right, y'all, hold on. I gotta turn the heat down. All right. But I want to start this new shit for the channel. I don't know if I want to do it live or if I want to do it off stream, whatever the case may be. But I want to do this new shit where we talk about current events, whatever is going on in the news and shit, because it needs to be talked about. But can we please talk about the alleged Drake news dropping, bro? I'm on I'm on Twitter one day and they talking about Drake leak. I'm like, did Drake leak? Did someone leak an album? I'm like, Cole and him on tour, so I'm like, maybe they got a collab that's got leaked. That's not the leak I was saying. That's not the leak they were talking about. This man Schmeat is on the internet allegedly, cause Drake ain't finna sue me. Mm-mm. Drake not about to sue me. No, no siree, not happening. Can't let it happen. Won't let it happen. Mm-mm. He ain't finna sue me. But allegedly, Drake meat was on the internet and he was flopping it like a fish. Shit was crazy, bro. I'm on Twitter looking, just scrolling and chilling. You just see Schmeat. That's all you see, bro. My fucking when I look up Twitter, bro, all you see is like you click on the search page, bro. All you see at the bottom is Drake leak, Drake meat, Drake exposed. It's like what the fuck, bro? Nigga, Schmeat was all on the internet, and I would be lying to you if I said I'm not gonna say it because that's sus. Not gonna say y'all not gonna catch me. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, for your meat to be on the internet like that is insane to me. I hope I never get leaked, bro. I hope I never do. Listen, don't ever, please don't leak me, y'all. Please don't expose me. Please, I'm asking nicely. I'm asking nicely. Please don't do it. All right. And then after the Drake news drop, fucking you hear Bobby Altoff or however the fuck you say her name, she get a divorce. I'm like, damn, marriage not so happy anymore. That's crazy. But I kind of saw that it wasn't gonna last, bro. Just seems like it was I don't know. When women get that money, niggas start dipping. Shit crazy, bro. But other shit in the fucking current ish events. I think I'm gonna name this shit current ish events with Day. Y'all like that? Cause the events ain't gonna be that current, bro. We're gonna be behind a little bit. Like I didn't even get to talk to you about the Nicki and Meg beef, bro. Why these big booty bitches beefing? Why? Why are they beefing, bro? Come on, y'all can make some good shake that ass music together, bro. Don't they got a song together? I feel like they got a song together. But y'all could have made some good music together. Nikki talking about her dead mom wilding out. She talking about how her husband is allegedly a pedophile. I'm saying allegedly, just letting you know. I'll say allegedly because niggas not suing me. Niggas is not suing me. So allegedly, okay? I don't want no beef with Mr. Petty. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no beef. I'm cool. I don't want him at 2 in the morning outside talking about some come outside. I'm good with his goons. I don't really need that in my life right now, you know? But why they gotta beef? Like, come on, y'all could just make some music together. That's what I'm saying. I hope like all this beef and shit, like, just have a conversation. I feel like y'all need to do what Drake did and just have a conversation, bro. Nigga went to Meek Mill and conversated, bro. Shit was cool. Shit was solid, for real, for real. What else? What else, bro? If you into X-rated videos, y'all see Emily Willis overdose. Hope she's okay. She's one of the goats, bro. If we're being honest, she a skinny goat, but she's still a goat. She be taking them. She be taking like five at a time, bro. Goat status, bro. Like who you know really taking five at a time? I'm talking about triple penetration type beat. Feel me? Her resume is crazy. Saying she black Bang Bros. Pretty sure she was on the fan bus. She really get around town. Her work is amazing, and this is for the older audience. So if you're below the ages of 18, do not look up Emily Willis. Okay, because if your parents see what you looking up, they gonna be like, where you learn this from, and then you gonna say day, and then they gonna be like, now you can't watch them no more. So don't look up Emily Willis. Do not do it. It's not for your age. You must be 18 or older. But I hope she recovers because, you know what I'm saying, she got some solid work. And if she dies, I feel like that's weird to be eating meat to a dead corn star. You feel me? I feel like it's some type of respect you need to have. You feel me? Like if Tiana Trump go, no more Tiana Trump for me. Cause I'm gonna be thinking I'm gonna be full. Oh man, she died. Now my shit gummy. You feel me? Now my shit gummy worm. So me personally, I wouldn't be able to do that. All right. Now other shit in the news, current ish events. Y'all saw Aiden got scammed twice, bro. First the 21 Savage shit, bro, with the scratch cards. That was crazy to me. Bro, I'm not saying 21 had anything to do with it, bro, because I don't know. It could have been just his team. But he had the IE ass face, bro. Nigga had the IE ass face, bro. Nigga said, scratch cards. Huh? Saying he lying. But 9 times out of 10, when a nigga lying, they hit you with the, huh? They start looking. Niggas already know. The fucking IE ass face, bro. Shit is ridiculous, bro. And then he got scammed by Playboy Cardi, bro. I heard Playboy Cardi only showed up for like 10, 15 minutes, bro. And Aiden was gonna give him new cars and like what a few million, bro. Shit, let me show up the stream, bro. Only pay me 20K. I could do a little, you know what I'm saying, a little bachata. I might tank it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hips. I can't really do the hips even though I'm from Philly. I'm still learning. But you feel me? Niggas getting scammed. I just feel like if that was a Philly nigga, bro, they would never been in that type of position. Nigga would have been like, hey, what you doing? Feel me? Niggas is wilding out, bro. And then last thing I want to talk about, bro, I seen these new Pixar movies coming out, bro. I was just on Twitter before fucking stream. Let's see, Inside Out 2 and Moana 2 is coming out this year. I'm excited for both of those. I love a good Pixar movies, and I feel like Moana is gonna be some good shit, bro. I really want to see Moana and Inside Out. I'm gonna see all these in theaters, bro. Zootopia 2, that's gonna be fire. I already know that's gonna be fire. And then Frozen 3 and Toy Story 5. Toy Story, I'm a little iffy. I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all. I'm iffy. I feel like for real, bro. Toy Story 3 probably should have been the last movie, bro. Toy Story 3 should have been the last, and you could have ended your legacy there. Then they dropped 4, and I was like, 4 was okay. Then they dropping 5, gotta be some heat, bro. Because at this point, if you keep dropping mid, you're tarnishing Toy Story's legacy. Because then people gonna be like, what's the best like Pixar series or whatever? Then it's gonna be like, damn, it would be Toy Story, but they just keep dropping mid. My favorite is probably 3. My favorite is Toy Story 3 when they was at the daycare with the bear. Nigga was falling in the lava and shit. But let me know which ones y'all are excited for. Shit, and when these come out, I might do a reaction to it. I don't know. I don't know if I will, but I might. All right. So just let me know if y'all want me to see that shit. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe. That's pretty much it for my current events. I think. Let's see. Oh, Super Bowl coming out. Put y'all parlays in. Let me know if y'all shits hit. This might drop before the Super Bowl. It might drop after, but I'm saying here right now, it is February 7th, 11:02 p.m. I'm saying right now, I believe the Chiefs will win. I think the Chiefs will win. I think Patrick Mahomes gets his third ring. I'm going Chiefs with a score of I think it might be a high scoring. It might not be a high scoring game. It might get tricky. It might be like 30-26. I got Chiefs winning 30-26. Don't know why, but hopefully I'll remember to put that in. I swear if that shit actually beats 30-26, bro, that shit gonna be crazy. But we about to get into some reactions. We might play some Fort. Might play some Fort. Alright. But hope you guys enjoyed my current event segment. Like, comment, subscribe, post notice, and Crunchyroll y'all drawing. I keep saying I'm gonna be done with it, but I just saw that fucking Crunchyroll talking about some they going they're canceling Funimation, like they're getting rid of Funimation, and then all the shit people purchased on Funimation as like they bought it, they're not letting them keep it. So basically, motherfuckers wasting money. So I feel like Crunchyroll needs to refund them for the money, or we boycott Crunchyroll. Just saying. But let's get into these reactions, boys. And like, comment, subscribe, hit the post noti. This has been episode 1 of current-ish events with Day. Current-ish events, okay? All right, let's go. I love you, boys and girls. Now let's go to fucking the two. Oh my gosh, why I look like that? I don't know why that. I hate when that shit happen. That shit be cooking me. Why this shit right now, bro? I haven't done a murder mystery in a grip, bro. Damn, this shit is crazy. Damn, I got a lot to watch. I like that. All right, we just gonna catch up. We're gonna catch up. Hold up. Oh, let me do my shit because I'm sitting here like, why the fuck I'm hearing it from the other John? That shit started scaring me. I'm like, where the fuck is the sound coming? I might get a little enlightened. You feel me?
If I had lower self esteem, I would probably be starving myself right now. But that's exactly what is happening to other women all over this country. So I have something to say. To all of you that have something nasty to say about me or other women that are built like me, women that sometimes or all the time look like this, women whose names you know, women whose names you don't, women who've been picked on, women whose husbands put them down, women at
Why they started off with her snapping like this? She good? What the fuck?
work or girls in school, I have one thing to say to you. Kiss my fat.
Damn. Was it fat though? That's the question I want to know. Was it fat though?
In August 2017, according to witnesses, 21-year-old Toronto resident Kaylin Schlatter rushed to help a man being attacked with a hammer in Earls Court Park. His quick actions were recognized for saving the victim's life, and he was later interviewed by a local television station.
I heard just the faintest little, just not even like no one else heard, just like help. This quick-thinking Good Samaritan witnessed the alleged attack, which happened at Earls Court Park Saturday night. He says he saw the accused strike the victim in the head at least 4 times.
Damn.
He too asked not to be identified.
When I actually got close, then I saw it was a hammer. The first thing he yelled out was, I called the cops. And then I yelled out, oh, what the hell is going on here, right?
Risking his own safety, that's when he got closer and the accused took off. He turned his attention to the bleeding man left unconscious on a patch of grass.
This arm here was on his back, supporting it up, and my hand here was on one of the wounds, trying to compress it as much as I possibly could.
Schlatter was lauded as a hero, with many in the community pointing to it as an example of the kind of vigilance and willingness to help.
And then they just put this nigga face on the cam, bro. That's crazy work to me, bro. I need to grab a snack. Some cookies. I got me some cookies. Some lemon cookies. I got me some cookies. Y'all hear the vocals. Don't play with the kid.
That is common among Toronto residents.
Hmm.
Some residents...
Hold up, let me make sure y'all can hear me because I want to make sure everything good, bro. Cookies. Oh, all right, y'all can hear me.
Further opined that this attitude of community members actively stepping up during emergencies is part of what keeps Toronto's crime rates relatively low compared to larger U.S. cities, for example. But not all crimes have heroes standing by to prevent them, and sometimes heroes fail. In this bustling, growing city lived Tess Ritchie, a young woman whose life, sadly, got tangled up in the city's not-so-great parts. It is against the backdrop of this ever-growing metropolis that we begin our tragic story. Born on November 30th, 1994, Tess Ritchie grew up in North Bay, Ontario, as the youngest in a family of 5 girls. Her early life included school days at E.W. Norman Public School and...
Off topic, but can we be honest? The Toronto accent's terrible, bro. You know, like, wasteman like you, you know, like, you left your moms in the hood? That's... You're a waste man, fam. No, you're a waste man, fam. You left your moms back in the hood? We don't mess with guys like them. You're a waste man, fam.
Whittyfield Secondary School, and later working as an assistant manager at the local Days Inn in North Bay. But Tess's spirit yearned for something beyond the familiar streets of her hometown. At 22, she was set on a bold dream: to pack her bags for the bustling city life and pursue a career in the airline industry. Having relocated to Toronto, Tess successfully graduated from the Flight Services program at Seneca College in April 2017. Eager to start her career, she promptly applied to various airline positions. In the meantime, she balanced several part-time roles, primarily at a coffee bar in the downtown area. Despite not receiving job offers from airlines or hotels, Tess remained committed to her passion for travel. She started learning Italian and explored opportunities to work as an au pair in Italy. Tess, being the youngest in her family, was affectionately described by her relatives as spoiled rotten. However, they also saw her as a dedicated hard worker who cared deeply about her family's well-being. In her leisure time, Tess enjoyed running marathons, was a fan of the Dirty Dancing soundtrack, advocated for a world without animal cruelty, and cherished moments spent with her sisters. On the evening of November 24th, 2017,
oh shit, what happened?
Tess shared precious moments with one of her sisters in Toronto, unaware that these would be the final hours they would spend together before her life took an unexpected and tragic turn.
Damn. What the fuck happened to Tess?
On a cold afternoon in November 2017, Tess Ritchie was doing what she valued most: spending time with a relative. Tess and her boyfriend had just ended their relationship, and she needed the emotional support of her older sister, Rachel. Tess arrived at Rachel's house in Midtown Toronto, and they played games, talked, and had dinner together. At around 11:30 p.m., Tess left Rachel's place to meet an old high school friend whom she hadn't seen in more than 2 years. They planned to meet at a bar on Church Street named Cruz and Tangos, a popular spot among young people in the city. Tess called Rachel to tell her she arrived at the bar safely. The following day, starting at 8:45 a.m., Rachel began sending text messages to Tess but didn't get a response. As the hours passed with no word from Tess, Rachel's worry deepened. She started contacting friends and hospitals, showing her growing concern. Rachel also tried to trace Tess's last movements using a Fitbit account they shared with their mother and Tess's Uber account linked to her mother's credit card. This revealed that Tess had walked about 300 steps after 3 a.m., according to the Fitbit data. Additionally, an Uber was requested at 4 a.m. but was suddenly canceled, raising questions about who might have canceled it and why. Later that day, Tess was officially reported missing, and the Toronto Police Service began a search. With limited leads and increasing concern, her disappearance created a sense of anxiety and mystery in the city.
I don't blame you, especially, bro. That's why I'm scared to have kids, bro. That shit scares me, bro. Like, especially like girls, bro. Because bro, and people are just terrible. And it seems like with these cases, bro, it's always the woman, bro. Like 9 times out of 10, it's the women dying, bro. Shit is ridiculous.
By November 27th, driven by urgency, Tess's mother and other family members made a 4-hour journey of nearly 250 miles from North Bay to Toronto. With flyers and posters in hand, they combed the area around Church and Wellesley, filled with both hope and despair. Then, on November 30th, police in Toronto announced they had found the body of 22-year-old Tess Ritchie. According to Constable Allison Douglas Cook, there was no immediate indication she died under suspicious circumstances. Still, she said police would be investigating it as such until it can be proven otherwise. It did not take long for that assessment to change.
This just in to CP24. Toronto police say a woman who went missing in the Church and Wellesley area last weekend was the victim of a homicide.
Damn.
The body of 22-year-old Tess Ritchie was found Wednesday in an abandoned building.
What's the bets is her boyfriend or well, ex-boyfriend. I swear, if it's her ex-boyfriend, bro, I swear, bro. If it is, bro, I can't deal with that shit, bro. It's like, you that down bad, bro. You couldn't take her leaving you. Face that, bro. That's some nuts, bro. If you think about it, bro, that's so nutty. Someone break up and you want to take their life. That's crazy. Could never be me, bro.
Near Church in Dundonald, police say a post-mortem has determined the cause of death to be neck compression. Ritchie was reported missing early last Saturday morning after being out with a friend the night before.
In a news release 48 hours later, police said homicide detectives were working on identifying a male who was seen with Tess by witnesses on Church Street shortly before her death. But authorities were not the only ones breaking news to the media that day. Tess's family came forward and said they needed to clarify something. They said it was Tess's mother who discovered her daughter's body at the bottom of a stairwell beside a building's construction site on the 29th, not the police. To add insult to injury, Tess was found just 2 doors away from her last known location, despite the purported vast search done by authorities.
And you're answering exactly all of the reasons why I've asked for an investigation to be conducted. I too want to find out what the gaps were, what the issues were, what the fact versus perception.
Bro, that's crazy. Investigation into the investigation is insane, bro. Bro. It's like it's just not America police, bro. It's like why is the police corrupt everywhere, bro? That's insane to me.
Perception is so that we can figure out collectively what we need to do to get better. That's what this is a mission about. And so it's the opportunity of having an open and candid opportunity to have those conversations. And you know, within the community, yeah, I do have some concerns. I mean, when they're setting up their own search parties to look for missing people, then I have to question whether or not, as a service, we're offering the right value to the community.
In response to media scrutiny, the Toronto Police Service confirmed the handling of the Tess Ritchie murder case was referred to its Professional Standards Unit for investigation. Further, Police Chief Mark Saunders requested an internal review of how officers handle missing persons reports in general. As if finding answers and seeking justice for what happened to their beloved daughter wasn't enough, the Ritchie family had to contend with serious questions about the capability of local officers. In an appeal to the public for assistance, police released security camera images on December 10th of a man they wanted to question in connection with the investigation. Later that evening, police received a phone call from a man who declared, "I'm the guy in the photo." He was invited to the 51 Division headquarters for a meeting with detectives. The caller, accompanied by a lawyer and his parents, declined to provide a statement and was described by detectives as uncooperative. However, in a stroke of good fortune for the officers, they observed the male subject tossing an empty water bottle into a recycling bin. In a loving gesture, his parents had brought along food and water for their son, but, as the proverb states, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. The detectives quickly collected the bottle and sent it for analysis at the Center of Forensic Sciences. From this, the DNA sample was
Don't tell me he got caught because of a fucking water bottle.
extracted. While the individual remained under police surveillance, the forensic tests were conducted. The DNA from the bottle matched that found at the crime scene.
Oh, shit.
After meticulously building a strong case, authorities secured an arrest warrant. On February 5th, 2018, Detective Sergeant Graham Gibson stood before a sea of microphones at a news conference to update the community on the investigation.
Good morning, and thank you for attending. I'm here to update you on the arrest of a suspect with regard to homicide 56 for 2017, and that's the murder of Tess Ritchie. She'd been down in the area of Wellesley and Church, attending a bar with a friend of hers. And while she was down there, she interacted with several people, one of which was a young man that she met up with at some point, who turns out to be our suspect. And she was, in fact, last seen in his company by witnesses.
Damn.
She was reported missing later that day by her sister. And as a result, 51 Division, assisted by 41 Division, commenced an investigation into the missing person occurrence. On November 29th, Tess was unfortunately located deceased by members of her family who were in the area searching for her. And she was found in a exterior stairwell outside of 582 Church Street. On Friday, December 1st,
I want to know how she died, though. Like, they need to explain that to me.
following a post-mortem examination, her cause of death was determined to be neck compression. At that time, the homicide unit took charge of the investigation, and it became a homicide investigation. On Sunday, December the 3rd, investigators put out a press release with a description of this unknown male who had been seen with Tess that night in the area of Church and Wellesley between 2 and 5 a.m. The description of that male was a male white who was taller than Tess, approximately 5'7" to 6 feet, somewhere in that range, the slim build and light.
I just realized, y'all, my mic was probably muted, so y'all didn't hear shit I said. Long story short, if this burger, her bro, watch his
Colored.
died and was drunk. My fault, y'all. Watch that be the case, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Short hair. On Sunday, December 10th, investigators released some surveillance video images of a male that we are looking to identify as part of this investigation. As a result of those images being released, we did receive tremendous support from the community. So on Sunday, Sunday, February 4th, so yesterday at about 11 p.m., we were able to effect the arrest of the person responsible for Tess's murder. We're alleging that he's responsible. He was arrested for second-degree murder.
Because that would have caught him up. He gotta make sure you say a legend or alleged. Motherfuckers will try to sue off your words. You got.
And his name is Kalen Schlatter, K-A-L-E-N. This is his first name. Schlatter.
Oh shit.
He's 21 years old and he resides in Toronto. He did appear today at College Park Courts, and he's going to be remaining in custody. He was remanded in custody.
In a startling turn of events, 21-year-old Kaylin Schlatter, who had been hailed as a hero for intervening in a violent attack in Earls Court Park just 4 months earlier,
That's crazy. So he saved someone and now motherfucker wanna murder somebody?
found himself facing second-degree murder charges for the death of
Allegedly.
Tess Ritchie. According to detectives, after leaving Cruise and Tango's in the early hours of the 25th, Tess, her friend, and an unidentified male struck up a conversation with another couple on Dundonald Street. By 3:45 a.m., Tess's friend and the couple had left, leaving Tess
Bro, you never leave your friend alone, bro. That's like the number one rule, bro. Like when I go travel and I'm with my guys, bro, we all stick together, bro. No one goes alone. You gotta go to the bathroom. You walk to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You always keep eyes out for each other, bro. That's ridiculous. Should have never left your friend alone.
Tess and Schlatter alone. Surveillance footage later captured the two heading north, entering an alley at 582 Church Street and descending into a basement stairwell, the same stairwell where Tess's body was eventually discovered. Disturbingly, the footage showed Schlatter walking away from the stairwell alone just 45 minutes later. The police believe that Schlatter reacted violently after Tess rejected his attempts to have sex. The police
Outside? You're trying to get Nikki outside, bro? Yeah, lock him up. If this is the case, bro, lock him up, bro. Nigga got drunk, met a random woman. It's like, I'm trying to fuck on you. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've been drunk as shit, bro. I'm talking about like what the people call white girl wasted. The room is spinning. I could barely walk. I'm looking at myself like, damn, why did I get this drunk? And I'm telling you for once, bro, that does not change your character. So if you get drunk and you decide to, try to word somebody, bro, that's a deep flaw within yourself, bro. I'm just letting you know that right now. That's a deep flaw within yourself.
Police, armed with this evidence, took decisive action. On February 4th, 2018, around 11 p.m., the quiet of Toronto's Earls Court neighborhood in the West End was disrupted by the flashing lights of police cars. The Toronto Police Service was moving in to arrest Schlatter, recognized locally for his contract work on building exteriors. The arrest occurred close to his home. Initially, Tess Ritchie's death was thought to be the result of a chance encounter, a crime of opportunity. It was believed that Ritchie and Kaylin had only met on the day of her death. However, on March 21st, police announced the charges against Schlatter were upgraded to first-degree murder in light of new evidence.
Oh, shit.
Detective Ted Lumanis told reporters, "I'm not going to get into what the new evidence is, but I'm going to tell you that new evidence presented itself to us." In an interview with CBC Toronto, attorney Daniel Brown explained why such charges may be upgraded. The police must have evidence either that the case was planned in advance or that it occurred in the course of another crime, such as sexual assault or forcible confinement.
Oh, fuck. What's going to happen?
Community members in the West End neighborhood where Schlatter lived with his parents and brother said they found it incomprehensible that he had been charged. One neighbor who lived close to the Schlatters for 10 years said, "I'm shocked. He's a really nice guy. He was a very nice boy, quiet."
He probably couldn't get no coochie back in high school or college or whatever the case may be. He thought he could take advantage of somebody. It's like, you can't get no cooter, bro. Just call up, you know what I'm saying? 40 ball. You feel me? Drop the $40. You got to. I never did that. I just want to clarify. I never dropped the 40 ball. But I'm saying, if you really that desperate, like I'm talking about desperate, and you like, oh, I need it. Drop the 40 ball. But if you're not desperate, bro, then it's no need, bro. Just live your life. Do what you gotta do. Then you're gonna find somebody who gonna want to get intertwined with your body. You feel me? I want to get entangled with you.
Saw him the other day, and he helped me shovel the snow. An acquaintance of Schlatter who wished to remain anonymous told a news outlet he seemed like just a sweet boy, very respectful and very polite. In the fall of 2017,
Get the point of interviewing neighbors. If like, I guess for the character and shit, but like, oh, he's such a sweet boy, he's nice, but come on.
Schlatter lived with his parents and younger brother in their North Toronto house. Having finished high school, he had pursued a year of auto mechanics education. He also assisted his father in the construction field. His hobbies included the art of soapstone carving, video games, and card games like Magic the Gathering. However, Schlatter harbored a more disturbing interest: violent pornography.
Yo,
Court documents revealed that his ex partners described his fascination with explicit adult material, particularly non consensual sex and choking imagery, as obsessive.
oh my gosh, this man was into. Oh my gosh, I almost slipped, y'all. This man was into the grape. He was into grape. You know what I'm saying? Adult film. Same word, bro.
Following his arrest, Schlatter was brought to the 13 Division Police Station and placed in a holding cell. Two other men occupied cells on either side of him, and eventually the three men struck up a conversation. Schlatter talked for 3 hours, never realizing the men to either side of him were undercover officers.
Damn, they got his ass.
One officer stated, Mr. Schlatter said he was drunk and something could have happened between him and Tess, but he doesn't remember. Schlatter cast himself to the officers as a ladies' man who has bedded many women with ease. At one
He don't even. He not even that. You know what I'm saying? He no suavemente. You feel me? Man, talking about something.
point,
Okay.
he said to the officers, sometimes you have to push the boundaries with women to see where it goes.
Yo, this nigga a creep. Ew, I'm disgusted. I need to take a shower. He make my skin crawl.
This information and other potentially damaging statements made to the officers were used against him in court. Note to the viewer, if you're curious about the legality of police officers disguising themselves as cellmates to obtain incriminating statements from a suspect, the short answer is that it's generally legal, but with some restrictions. Known as the Perkins technique, or a Perkins operation, the 1990 U.S. Supreme Court decision in Illinois v. Perkins established that incriminating statements made without knowledge that one is speaking to a law enforcement officer are admissible in court and don't necessitate Miranda warnings, provided the statements are given voluntarily. Essentially, this means police trickery is allowed. The same concept is applicable in Canadian law as well.
Oh, I was about to say because I just realized they in Canada, so law's different.
On June 12, 2018, Constables Alan McCullough and Michael Jones were charged with misconduct and neglect of duty under the Police Services Act. The charges stemmed from their response to a call regarding Tess's disappearance near Church and Wellesley Streets. According to hearing documents, the two officers did not search the property where Tess was last seen,
Damn.
failed to canvass the area, and did not report the details of their search to a supervisor. Despite these charges, both officers remained on active duty, as stated by a police spokesperson. There has been no further public disclosure on this matter.
Damn.
One of Tess's sisters told Global News, "It was obvious from the outset that something had gone very wrong when my mom had to drive over 300 kilometers to find her daughter in the same area she was reported missing in. When homicide took over,
ridiculous.
they were fantastic, and I'm satisfied that steps are being taken to ensure no other
That's
family
fucking
has to go through
ridiculous.
what mine did when the absolute."
Hold up, bro. It's hot as shit in here, y'all. Excuse me. Pardon me. Sorry about that.
worst happens. Following the handling of Tess's case and other similar disappearances, plans were solidified in March 2018 to establish a dedicated missing persons unit.
As it should be.
Before the trial, evidence was gathered from some of Schlatter's previous romantic.
I feel like this is pretty much cut and clean. Like, they got all the evidence they need. It's no way he gets off. That's the only part that was shocking is if he gets off somehow.
Relationships. These individuals mentioned Schlatter's intense interest in explicit adult content that portrayed aggressive and non-consensual scenarios. Forensic analysis
That's
of his
Emily
cell
Willis
phone
right there.
revealed Google searches related to forceful behaviors. Additionally, his phone was used to
Oh
view
my
a video with
gosh.
aggressive
You can see it through the camera lens. Y'all
content
gotta
titled
chill.
"Teen Forced and Then Thrown Away Like Garbage." Ex-partners of Schlatter also indicated that he had engaged in practices involving physical restraint during consensual encounters. However, they emphasized that such acts were always agreed upon in advance. Ultimately, Judge Dambro was asked to rule on the admissibility of this evidence. In a controversial decision, Judge Dambro determined the evidence was too prejudicial and, therefore, inadmissible. However, he would allow the defense to use the evidence if it chose to attack the integrity of the police investigation or argue that the police exhibited tunnel vision in focusing solely on Schlatter as the accused murderer. We now know this evidence was not presented to the jury. During the trial, prosecutors contended Schlatter killed Tess in a fit of rage after she refused to have sex with him, leaving her body at the bottom of an outdoor stairwell.
That's insane.
Prosecutors added, while no one will ever know why Tess agreed to head down the alley with Schlatter, they believe Schlatter offered to walk her to her Uber and then opportunistically assaulted her in the alley, explaining why she did not show up for her ride. Regarding the evidence against Schlatter, forensic pathologist Dr. Kona Williams informed the jury that Tess was killed by strangulation. She noted the absence of discernible ligature or manual strangulation marks on Tess's neck. According to Dr. Williams, this raised the possibility she was strangled with a soft piece of clothing, such as a scarf or his forearm. The prosecution also introduced surveillance footage, which depicted Schlatter leaving the alleyway alone at approximately 4:45 a.m. Additionally, forensic evidence presented included the presence of Schlatter's semen on Tess's trousers and his saliva on her bra. In response, defense lawyers alleged Schlatter had no motive to kill Tess Ritchie, a woman he had met just hours before her death. They said Schlatter is a bisexual male who lied to undercover officers to hide his sexual identity. Attorney Lydia Riva argued that Schlatter and Tess had a consensual sexual encounter in the alleyway, but then Kaylin left her there and someone else must have killed her after. She introduced someone as a possible suspect, but he was excluded by DNA. On March 23, 2020, following 3 days of jury deliberation,
Nigga said, all I did was hit and dip. He did not.
Kaylin Schlatter was convicted of first-degree murder in
As
Tess
he should
Ritchie's
have.
death. This conviction came with an automatic life sentence and no possibility of parole for 25 years. In the months following the conviction, the Ritchie family initiated a lawsuit for $20 million against Schlatter, the Toronto police, and Cruz and Tangos. The lawsuit seeks to hold these parties responsible for their roles in
Damn, even the bar about to get it. I don't understand how the bar's fault though. Like,
the circumstances leading to Tess's death and aims to implement measures to avoid similar tragedies in the future. As of now, there is no available information on the outcome of this lawsuit. In the wake of this tragedy, Tess's story has sparked important conversations and positive changes, ensuring her legacy continues to inspire and drive improvements in community care.
yeah, teach your fucking sons to fucking behave themselves and not to assault women. Simple as that. Like, they think, especially some of these people, bro, they think they could just touch a woman, bro. Because you gotta think about it. Someone or their friends, bro. Someone had to tell him or put in the mindset that you gotta push the boundaries. Someone had to tell him that shit, bro. So it's like, it's either the people he hang around or
and vigilance.
rest in peace. That's sad, bro. All right, we're gonna go on to the next joint ski. You know, fam, you left your mom's in the hood. Ah, you're a waste man, fam. I can't believe you would leave your mom's in the hood, especially when you live in lavish, fam. Was that good, Joe? All right. What's this one? Dr. Faley slaps lover, blames it on weed. Bro, first of all, the Zai ain't gonna do you like that. The Zai ain't never, maybe the crack, maybe that horse shit, you know what I'm saying? H might, you know what I'm saying? That K-12, that Fetty, that shit might do that to you. But the Za, unless it's laced, ain't gonna do that to you. He said, blame it on
In
a
the early morning hours of Memorial Day in 2018, the tranquil atmosphere of the affluent city of Thousand Oaks, California, was shattered by an incident that defied comprehension. According to witnesses, it was a startling display of unimaginable violence, a chilling testament to the depths of human brutality. Local law enforcement rushed to the scene in response to frantic calls, unsure of what awaited them. What they encountered was pure bedlam. A frenzied assailant, surrounded by a sea of blood, inflicted savage injuries not only on a fellow human being, but on the very concept of order and decency.
oh my gosh.
The
He really
officers who
did
arrived were
drill.
left reeling, struggling to believe their own eyes. In their desperate attempts to subdue the aggressor, deputies resorted to various methods, only to be met with failure again and again. It was as if they had stumbled upon a malevolent force, even leading some officers to entertain the notion of demonic possession. Defense attorneys and medical experts had a name for it: a cannabis-induced psychotic episode.
What the fuck? That's actually a thing? That's actually a thing? You can have a psychotic episode
Law
off of
enforcement
cannabis?
eventually brought this terrifying situation under control, but the nightmare of that fateful Memorial Day lingered. In the years that followed, the victims' family members would be forced to grapple with courtroom delays and legal decisions that defied their expectations. In this video, we will report
Shit, let me put the Za down. That is crazy.
on the facts of the crime, court proceedings, and its outcome. With that said, let's dive into the haunting story of Dr. Bryn Spacer and her controversial defense. The weed made me do it.
Hey, yeah, we back like we never left. Fucking on that bitch and suck my dick. We back like we never left. I told her I sucked it until she can't breathe. What? I'm doing my dance. I told her to need me.
A word to the viewer. Addressing the question of whether marijuana can cause a psychotic episode falls outside the scope of this channel. This topic has been the subject of numerous medical studies. The DSM-5, a key diagnostic tool in psychiatry, acknowledges cannabis-induced psychotic disorder as part of the schizophrenia spectrum and other psychotic disorders category. On the other hand, there are staunch anti-cannabis groups that circulate materials that could only be characterized as propaganda aimed at demonizing cannabis. Given the complexity and the varied perspectives on this issue, it is best left to experts in the field to provide clarity and insights.
For sure. You know what? Let's look that up, bro. Because I'm curious about that. Fuck. I can't type today. I think that's what they call it. I don't. Why is that the first thing that popped up? Relax. Let's look into this. Let's see, .gov website, so it should be reliable. Okay, cannabis and psychology. Okay. Friend. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I just want to know the conclusion. Like, give me straight to the bitch. Hold on. References. That pass it. The discussion. I think it's in the discussion here. Therefore, can I guess you, bro. It don't make no sense, bro. Okay. So it's little to no evidence. So basically, that was a bunch of bullshit, y'all. I didn't feel like reading all that, but that apparently that was a bunch of bullshit.
6 Adam, 21
Not
Paul,
bullshit.
South St. Paul
It's like
Street.
they need more
Report of a
research,
domestic
basically.
violence in progress. RP versus her husband has been smoking marijuana. Advise they do keep a handgun in the house, but it's not in anybody's possession.
Who's the note? He grabbed the gun. She screamed and the line disconnected. They step up cover. Yeah.
353 Adam, I'm clear. I'll watch that way to 45.
62 Adam, not too far. 33 Adam, 33 Baker. Need ambulance, Coach Chancellor, party down. Possible GSA to head. We got need homicide.
The mission must have been real bad.
In 2014, 50-year-old Colorado man Richard Kirk pleaded guilty to second-degree murder after shooting his wife in the head at the couple's home in Denver. Kirk was initially charged with first-degree murder, but this charge was downgraded after his attorneys argued that a marijuana edible, which Kirk was consuming for back pain, had severely impaired his judgment. They contended he had suffered involuntary intoxication because he did not know he was at high risk for marijuana psychosis based
Damn. No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Them edibles, bro. I'm cool off them joints, bro. Them shits really do fuck you up, bro. I ain't little short story time. I took this little chocolate joint, bro, and I was geeked so bad, bro, that bro, Shania pulled over to let someone drive, bro. And I didn't know what was going on. So I hopped off the car talking about, so what's going on? What's going on? I was cooked, bro. And I was scared. I was so, bro. I'm cool off the Eddies, bro. That shit not cool. That shit not cool, man.
on a family history of schizophrenia. Kirk entered a guilty plea for one charge of second-degree murder, thus avoiding a trial where his defense of involuntary intoxication would have been tested. However, this particular defense strategy would eventually resurface in a courtroom in the case of California versus Bryn Spacer. "26-year-old Chad O'Melia was widely regarded by those who knew him best as a kind, considerate, and outgoing individual. A Santa Clara native, he attended Hart High School and excelled at football there. He graduated from Chico State University and worked at an accounting firm in Camarillo while studying to be a CPA. Most of all, he loved his family and his German shepherd named Athena. He shared a
That's a tough ass
three-bedroom
name for a
condominium
dog.
on Megan Place just off Thousand Oaks Boulevard with 2 roommates. Sometime between late April and early May 2018, Chad had a chance encounter at a dog park with 27-year-old Bryn.
Damn, that's crazy. Imagine if he didn't go to the dog park that day. And he just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay home. He would have never met Shorty and he'd still probably be alive. That's just like crazy way to think about.
Spaceshare. They hung out several times and had what was described by friends as a harmonious relationship. Spaceshare would later state, "I thought he was very funny. He was really nice to me. We were always sarcastic with each other. He ended up being a really nice, funny person when I got to know him." In the few weeks they had known each other, there was no indication of any troubles at all. Originally from Illinois, Bryn Spaceshare was born to Mike and Laurie Spaceshare in January 1991. Her childhood was marked by medical challenges, including a diagnosis of hearing loss at the age of 3, which nearly led to complete deafness. In a video shared on the Facebook page of Washington University School of Medicine, Spaceshare opened up about her experiences, saying, "It was difficult to try and be normal because I didn't want to be the only one with hearing loss. It was really hard for me to advocate for myself and be open about having hearing loss. I was very involved in sports and music and trying to get good grades in classes. I wanted to blend in with everybody else." Spaceshare's early struggles with hearing loss profoundly influenced her career path, leading her to devote her life to helping others with similar conditions. Despite her own hearing impairments and the need for hearing aids, she achieved remarkable academic success, earning a doctorate in audiology from the prestigious Washington University School
Okay. So she a doctor. She was making doctor money. Okay. Say shit.
of Medicine in St. Louis in 2017. Recognized for her exceptional promise and academic prowess, Spaceshare was awarded the Max E. Goldstein Award. As a member of both the American Academy of Audiology and the American Speech-Language Hearing Association, her expertise spans a range of areas, including adult and pediatric diagnostics, auditory brainstem response testing, and the application of hearing aids and cochlear implants.
Okay.
After earning her doctorate in audiology in 2017, she relocated to Thousand Oaks and began her career at the House Children's Hearing Center of UCLA in Los Angeles. According to a former classmate,
Bless me.
Spaceshare did not do illicit drugs and was not a habitual marijuana user. Spaceshare had no prior criminal history and no record of violence. On the evening of May 27, 2018, Spaceshare was out with friends in Santa Barbara, where she consumed a small amount of alcohol. She was later invited to Chad's place to watch a movie. Spaceshare arrived at Chad's condo sometime between 10 to 10:30 p.m. that evening, bringing along her Siberian Husky, Arya. Chad's 2 male roommates were also present, each engaged in their own activities within their rooms. The stage was set for what appeared to be a tranquil Sunday evening, a potential spark for romance between 2 young individuals.
Say
However, beneath this veneer of normalcy, tension was brewing, poised to transform the night into something far removed from a typical romantic rendezvous.
Keep that, whatever that shit is, keep that away from me. That Mary Jane don't need to be that strong. That shit that, she said, this that Mary J. Blige. This shit finna get you just feeling just fine, 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 fine. That's what I would say. They need to make a strand called Mary J. Blige. And that's the punchline. This shit gonna have you feeling just fine, 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 fine. Feel me? I need to chill.
In the early morning hours of Monday, May 28th, residents of the Casa de Oaks condominium complex on Megan Place reported hearing a loud altercation followed by screams coming from an apartment occupied by 3 male roommates.
Hear screaming and enough that you could hear it 4 buildings over, and then it kind of like stopped a little bit, and then I heard it go on, and then I heard a woman screaming, and then this, and then I started hearing blood-curdling screams.
Shortly after 1 a.m., deputies received a report of a disturbance. Arriving at the condo by approximately 1:15 a.m., they were met with a scene of turmoil. There, they discovered a wounded service dog, Chad lying in a pool of his own blood,
Damn.
and Spaceshare bloodstained as well, kneeling beside him and screaming hysterically. In her hand, she clutched an 8-inch-long serrated knife. Despite officers' orders to drop the knife, Spacer did not comply. Instead, she responded with an expletive and then alarmingly turned the knife towards herself.
Oh, no.
Recounting the incident, one officer noted, "I saw her plunge the knife into her neck."
Oh, my God.
Published reports indicate that the police first attempted to subdue Spacer using a taser.
Bro, that shit had to be mixed with something, bro. Like a small amount of something. Because no way, bro. The Mary J. like that? God damn.
But to their surprise, it was ineffective. Even a second deployment of the taser failed to stop her. The police
fuck?
then resorted to using a retractable steel baton.
She had the super soldier serum, bro. Niggas tased her twice.
But
Lose
the
the
initial
baton?
strike was also unsuccessful in disarming
Yo,
her.
what the fuck?
Persisting, the officers continued to use the baton, delivering a total of 9 blows before they could finally disarm her.
Damn,
However, by
She-Hulk.
this time, Spacer had already inflicted a staggering 108 stab wounds on Chad, as confirmed by the Ventura County Medical Examiner's Office.
God.
Additionally, the baton strikes resulted in a fractured left wrist and hand for Spacer. After she was detained, one of the officers on the scene observed that Chad was not breathing. He was soon declared deceased at the location. Approximately 5 minutes later, an ambulance arrived and Spacer was taken to Los Robles Regional Medical Center. In the wake of this shocking event, neighbors were left in a state of profound disbelief and distress, struggling to come to terms with the realization that such a horrifying incident had occurred.
Yo, that's insane, bro. 108 times, bro? He probably was gone by the 5th or 6th stab, bro. That's
In their immediate vicinity.
I want to know why.
Ventura County sheriffs arrived. One man was dead, and one female had to be rushed to the hospital. Deputies won't confirm how the man died or what the motive for his killing was, stopping short of calling this a murder and attempted suicide.
We don't believe there are any outstanding suspects at this point. So whatever it was confined to the inside the residence is what our theory is at this point.
The deadly incident happened inside one of those apartments just behind me at the Casa de Oaks apartment.
She hit the happened in one of these outside apartments behind me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little enlightened myself.
Apartment complex here in Thousand Oaks, where investigators are trying to find witnesses and collect as much evidence as possible.
In the hospital before her surgery, Spacer was interviewed by an officer. According to the officer's report, Spacer did not know what happened and did not know how she sustained her injuries.
Oh, fuck.
Spacer asked me where Chad was currently. Spacer denied she consumed alcohol or drugs. Spacer asked me where she was at one point during the interview, the officer noted. 3 days
If she real life don't remember, that's insane.
later, while still hospitalized, she was questioned by a detective. As per a report posted on the Thousand Oaks Acorn website, dated May 9, 2019, and authored by Becca Whitnall, Sergeant Stephen Jenkins testified to Spacer's account of what transpired on the 28th. Apparently, at some point in the early hours, Chad stepped out of the condo to smoke marijuana, and at that point, she told him she'd like to try it as well. After smoking and feeling no effects, she claims Chad said, "I'll give you something stronger." He allegedly refilled the bong, and Spacer told the detective they both took a second hit of marijuana. Spacer recounted experiencing a severe adverse reaction immediately after the second hit. She reported feeling as if she couldn't breathe and believed she was on the brink of death. She also noted feeling angry when she realized that she was high, while Chad seemed unaffected. Spacer detailed a hallucination in which she perceived herself as dead.
What
Convinced
the fuck? What the fuck he had smoke in there? He said, "I'm gonna give you something stronger," and hit her with the fucking Goku Super God Ultra.
This hallucination was reality. She believed injuring Chad was necessary in order to resurrect herself. This belief led her to attack both him and her dog. Sergeant Jenkins recounted her mentioning the voices encouraged her to keep fighting, keep doing what you're doing. Upon the arrival of deputies, these perceived voices urged her to inflict harm on herself. After a 4-night stay in the hospital, Spacer was released and immediately arrested on site. Her bail was set at $510,000. Her first court appearance was scheduled for June 4th. Upon successfully posting bail on June 7th, Spacer was released from custody and remained free while awaiting trial. She was initially charged with first-degree murder and 1 count of animal abuse.
I don't think it's first degree, though.
During their investigation, detectives learned Chad's 2 roommates were witnesses to the chaotic and violent event, but did not physically intervene. They felt the best chance to save Chad was to contact the police as quickly as possible. Police described the roommates as fully cooperative. Forensic analysis of Spacer's blood, as confirmed by the sheriff's crime lab, revealed the presence of THC and no illicit substances. Further examination of the remnants of burned plant material in Chad's bong and 5 grams of marijuana seized from his apartment showed no substances other than THC.
Damn, so was bro, what the fuck?
The marijuana found in the condo, sourced from an unlicensed delivery service, had a THC concentration of 4%, significantly lower than the levels typically found in cannabis sold at legal dispensaries, where THC content often exceeds 20% and more potent strains are available. Blood tests were also conducted on Chad, which likewise identified THC as the only psychoactive compound present. On June 22, 2018, 3 weeks after Spacer's arrest, the Speech-Language Pathology and Audiology and Hearing Aid Dispensers Board of California filed a request via the State Attorney General's office to suspend Spacer's license to practice. Spacer appeared in court on July 12th to defend her license, but a Ventura County Superior Court judge ruled she would not be allowed to practice in the time before her criminal trial.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was any malice, bro. She
The
was under
baffling
that
case
shit.
of Bryn Spacer and Chad O'Melia, laden with unresolved issues and shocking violence, had left the community seeking answers. While Chad's family awaited justice, Spacer's family asserted her wrongful accusation. Following a lengthy 5-year period filled with legal postponements due to defense tactics, the trial was finally scheduled to begin in October 2023. This pivotal moment promised to provide answers to the pressing question: did Bryn Spacer experience a cannabis-induced psychotic episode, or was she conscious of her actions during the fatal stabbing of Chad O'Melia? As the trial approached, it became apparent that there were still unexpected developments yet to unfold. At a court hearing on September 27, 2023, to the great surprise of the O'Melia family, Spacer's charges were reduced from murder to involuntary manslaughter by Ventura County prosecutors. This decision came after their medical expert agreed with the defense's medical expert on her mental state. While second-degree murder could have led to a life sentence, manslaughter generally carries a maximum of 4 years in prison.
What?
The decision came less than a month before the scheduled.
Wait, manslaughter? Well, first of all, what is manslaughter technically? Because I want to make sure I'm not tripping. The crime of killing him without malice, afterthought, or otherwise in circumstance not null. Okay, so basically, it's just you killed, but you didn't have any like ill intentions behind it.
Jury trial. As the judge ruled on the motion and Spacer entered a not guilty plea, cries could be heard from the gallery where Chad's friends and family sat. A
Damn.
defiant Sean O'Melia, Chad's father,
I know
declared
that
to the
shit hurt.
judge, she was aware of what she was doing when she viciously and prematurely ended my son's life.
I'm here because on the 14th of this month, our family was completely ambushed by the Ventura County DA's office. 5.5 years later, they wanted to try this case for involuntary manslaughter. There was an eyewitness to the crime. Well, the roommate, Chad, cried out to him and he said, "Vinny," he goes, "I need you to call the police. I've been stabbed, and get out of the condominium." So, you know, he's getting stabbed and he's worried about his roommate. Get out of here, you know. She was in some form of hallucination. But if you go through, you know, the different types of consciousness, that's one of them. She was not unconscious. She knew what she was doing, and she was actually making choices. She acted with intent to kill somebody, in line with what the original DA, Greg Toten of Ventura County, filed his charges for. It's also in line with what the original Deputy DA, Catherine Volker, discussed with our family and expressed to our family. We as a family feel like we were completely ambushed by these people. You know,
That's
I mean,
crazy.
I've never seen a group of people try to fight the opposition's fight as much as they did. We're in a place now that Audrey Knopfsinger, the Deputy DA that's handling the case, she's gonna, by the action that she's taking, she's actually acquitting her of second-degree murder with no trial. Every time we've gone to court, they've asked for a continuance. Every time. Every time. We want 60 more days, 60 more days, 60 more days. If you just do the simple math on it, divide 5.5 years by 60 days, it'll tell you how many continuances they've asked for. Let the people of Ventura County hear the evidence and make a decision, you know? And at least at that point, they're giving Chad a chance. They're giving our family a chance. They're giving his friends a chance. And, you know, the people here in the community that actually know him.
No, this, I ain't gonna lie, this shit's sad, bro. But it's like, technically she didn't mean it, but it's like both sides. Like, she probably feels terrible, bro.
Now they're not giving us a chance. Just prosecute the crime for what it is. It's a murder.
The state's medical expert, Dr. Chris Mohandy, testified that Spacier's marijuana use that night triggered a psychotic episode that led her to kill. Because of her use of cannabis, she was having delusions and hallucinations. She lost touch with reality, said Dr. Mohandy. The defense's medical expert, Dr. William Wershing, said he is essentially 100% confident in his diagnosis of Spacier as suffering from cannabis-induced psychosis. I don't think I can be 100% certain about anything, but this is as certain as I can be about anything. Ultimately, according to the prosecutor, based on the fact that
my man says, yeah, damn. So they both kind of saying the same thing, right?
That both sides' expert witnesses came to the same conclusion, the evidence no longer supported a charge of murder, in that the evidence establishes that the defendant acted with criminal negligence but not with malice in killing the victim. In their opening statements, attorneys for both the defense and prosecution agreed on most of the facts of the case. Therefore, the main question for the jury to decide would be whether Spacier met the legal definition of involuntary intoxication. According to the prosecution, Spacier's intoxication was voluntary because she chose to smoke from the bong that was offered to her. Senior prosecutor Audrey Knopfsinger contended, "The law says when someone voluntarily ingests an intoxicant and bad things happen, like a DUI, the person responsible is the person who voluntarily ingests."
I get that. But there's also like, he gave her some strong shit without knowing her tolerance. So it's like, you don't know a person's tolerance, you shouldn't really be giving them strong shit. That's just my opinion.
Intoxicant and does the bad thing. We don't get to blame other people when we do something bad because we wanted to get high. Defense attorney Robert Schwartz responded that his client did not actually want to get high. He conceded Chad did not intend for her to have such an extreme reaction, but the evidence will show he knew what the potentially devastating effects could be to a novice user, and he didn't tell her that.
Facts. Like,
Schwartz
that's what I'm
was
saying.
alluding to the testimony.
Like, if you're going to have someone smoke anything or be like, oh, try this mushroom or anything that's going to cause you to hallucinate or feel some types of like high, you need to be like, hey, this may, you know what I'm saying, improve. Put away the knives.
Of one of Chad's roommates, who had also had a negative experience with marijuana smoked from Chad's bong. This roommate recounted that approximately 2 months prior to the stabbing incident, he experienced a distressing reaction the first time he smoked marijuana with Chad, and
Yo, Chad had that shit, bro. If it, that's a, I ain't gonna lie, that's another reason to add to like not first degree murder. If someone else had a bad, maybe not on that scale, but still saying like they had a bad reaction, we have to take that into account.
another friend.
Sure.
He described his experience, saying, I started to see the walls and people's faces moving like the ocean, and I felt my heart beating really fast. I told him I felt like I was dying. He noted that these symptoms eventually subsided without intervention. Spacer chose to testify in her defense and was the last witness called by her attorneys. She claimed that on the night of May 27, 2018, Chad had asked her to go to his apartment. The pair initially watched TV and talked a little. Just after midnight, he asked her whether she would like to try marijuana using his bong. Chad is said to have been a habitual cannabis user, smoking or using a bong on most days. Spacer took a few puffs but told Chad she didn't feel anything. This allegedly led him to respond with a promise of getting something more intense. The court heard that moments after her second hit from the bong, Spacer grabbed 3 knives from a kitchen block and hurled them at Chad before stabbing him on every part of his body, leaving fatal wounds on his heart, lungs, and neck. While Spacer initially told officers she asked to smoke, her lawyer refuted that notion. Attorney Schwartz stated that, in fact, Chad pressured her and insisted that she inhale from the bong. Before that night, she had no history of mental illness and no way of knowing that smoking pot would trigger a psychotic episode.
Nice.
After a thorough review of all of the evidence, listening to witness accounts, considering expert testimony, and weighing the closing arguments, the jury withdrew to their chamber for deliberation. This pivotal moment marked the culmination of a long and complex trial, with the jurors now tasked with reaching a verdict that could finally bring a resolution to this intense and emotionally charged case.
Oh, the verdict. What's y'all predicts? I feel like they let her off with manslaughter. Come on, predicts right now. Put your predicts in.
On Friday, December 1st, 2023, after less than 4 hours of deliberation, a Ventura County Superior Court jury found Bryn Spacer guilty of involuntary manslaughter for the 2018 killing of Chad O'Melia. This verdict represented a mutual agreement between the prosecution and defense that Spacer's conduct was the result of a cannabis-induced psychotic episode. Following the verdict, the prosecution submitted a
Like you literally couldn't you literally couldn't do anything other than be like, because if both doctors are saying like this is definitely a psychotic episode because of a cannabis induced psychotic episode, bro, you literally can't fight it.
motion for Spacer's
And
immediate
your
incarceration.
like expert said the same thing as the fucking defense expert. So
However, this motion was overruled by the Honorable Judge Anthony Sabo of the Ventura County Superior Court. As a result, Spacer was permitted to depart from the court with her counsel and family, pending her sentencing hearing scheduled for January 23rd, 2020.
oh shit, it's happened.
A separate hearing addressing the charged special allegations and sentence enhancements convened on December 4th. The jury affirmed the special allegation of serious felony against Spacer, along with the sentence enhancements for a crime involving great violence and armed with and use of a weapon. These additional charges could slightly lengthen her prison term.
Okay.
What is your take on this case? Do you believe the jury got it right?
I mean, I do think the jury got it right. It's just sad to see like all the evidence points to like this was an episode. Now, if it actually crazy, but like all
As usual,
both
feel
doctors are
free to
saying it.
share your thoughts below.
I want to see the comments to this video, and then I also want to look up some stuff from this. Okay, so cannabis is on. So it says who have a biologic genetic towards schizophrenia. Others. Yeah. That's crazy. That scares the fuck out of me. But it should be an update on this case, right? What's her fucking name? I don't even remember Shorty name. Is there a description below? I want to see how much she got sentenced for. That's what I want to see. God damn, they didn't copy him. I want to see how much she got sentenced for, chat. Let's get the T. Prosecutors are even blah blah blah. Okay, okay. We pretty much know all that. It's the sentences. Wait, let's see. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, I don't get it, bro. Where's her sentences? Like, she got probation? Oh, she only got 2 years of probation is crazy. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was her family, bro, I would be like if I was the Bull family, bro, I would be tight. But like it's like one of those like things where like you understand it, but it just feels so bad. Like I understand why she only got probation. If anything, honestly, I feel like she should have been forced to go to some type of therapy. If you're gonna put her on probation, also make it part of her thing, to have to go to therapy. She even served no time. I'm honestly jail time wouldn't have even served her right. I feel like she should have went to some type of mental institution or something, but god damn, she actually got off, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. I can't believe I thought she was gonna get some type of jail time. She got none. She got probation for 2 years. 2025, bro. She's off of probation. What 2025 in January off of probation, bro? I mean not 2025. I keep thinking we're in 2023. 2026 probably would be when she gets off because she just got sentenced. That's crazy. Let's see. I'm just reading through this shit. Um, I just feel as though like she should have got something, bro, other than getting. I mean, it's not even like she getting off because she didn't even remember what fucking happened, bro. It's just a fucked up like situation, bro. But all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the murder mystery reactions. We're gonna be back for longer streams and more streams. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the post noti. I love you, boys and girls, because we're not sexist, and I'll see y'all boys in the next.